Welcome back. I'm Horrible, I know. And this is my channel where you subscribe and you like, and I give you my takes on, not on Justice League, on Zack's League. That's when I'm Zack's League. I'm giving you my takes, and this is the third video. There's two others that I've already done. I don't know which one's posting which. This could be all posting out of order. I could be misremembering which one goes first and which one goes whatever. But hey, or you could be watching this out of order. Well, then that's fine. You don't have to watch it in any particular order, as long as you are watching, subscribing, liking, and emptying your bank account into my future Patreon. So just save for now. Eventually you'll get a Patreon, because I'll have like billions of subscribers and I'll be making billions of dollars, but then I'll still be like, no, I don't have enough. I don't have enough. Just like, all the scumbag YouTubers. I'm horrible right now. Or am I? Or am I not? I don't know. I'm actually better than a lot of other YouTubers. That's why you should subscribe. So here's my take today on Zack Snyder's Justice League, or Zack Snyder's Zack's League. Sorry, I messed that up. Just forgive me. It's a huge error, I know. Please do not make me do penance. I don't want to have to do any penance. But if I have to, okay, then let me know in the comments down below what penance you think that I should do. Okay, okay, and I will try. See if I can be brave and do it. Okay. But don't be too harsh on me, please. Don't be too harsh. Please. I'm horrible right now. And we're going to be moving on, and I'm sort of stalling right now because I'm like, I genuinely don't know which character I'm going to talk about today, but I've already talked about Wonder Woman and Cyborg, so they're off the table and off doing, Justice League stuff. These other losers, because they're not, these other losers, they're still on the table, just sleeping. So let's wake one of them up now and say, hey, you get up, you're gonna go fight some crime. Well, actually, it's not technically crime. It's like you're gonna fight some immoral, injustice behaviors. Right now, so I can do Batman, I can do Superman, I can do the Flash. I did two already. Who the hell am I forgetting? Who's the other guy? Oh yeah. No, I remember now. Why is he gay? What is... I'm horrible, I know. So you see the title. I obviously am trying to trigger some people or whatever. I don't know. If you've gotten this far, then congratulations. This is it. So, but genuinely, I'm not trying to be offensive. I know that some people, no matter what you say, no matter what you do, you're going to be offend some people. And that's just kind of like the nature of having a platform or saying anything at all. I mean, any word that you use can easily trigger anybody, and anything that you say can easily get even, anybody upset. And some people can, see you as the devil, the devil, no matter what you do or say, even if you're the best person possible. As long as you are known to them, they will see you as the devil. And some people would just love the heck out of the devil. Let's be honest. Like, demons, yeah, lots of people super subscribed to demons and demonology and all that stuff. But we're not talking about demons today. We're talking about Aquamans. Agayman. Okay, so this is probably my worst take or my most controversial take, but this movie is trying way too hard to not make him gay, that I feel like it's like coming back around and just making him gay. Like, just trying so hard that it makes Aquaman gay again. Like, seriously, make Aquaman gay again. It's like, hashtag, I guess. I'm horrible, I know. So let's just get canceled and let's just come out and say it, you know, like, why? He literally pulls his shirt off in front of Batman. Or it's not a shirt, it's actually like a nice fitted sweater, like a nice little cute little sweater that he pulls off in front of Batman, like as some type of like F you, or like, look at me, I'm so bad, I'm so bad, like I'm so like manly. What is going on? That just like, I just couldn't help but start laughing at that scene. This is like, it's so ridiculous. Like, why does he have to be shirtless? I don't know. Zach, why? Did you just wanted to see Jason Momoa shirtless? That's why we hired him? Because I mean, Jason just has to be shirtless. I mean, he's a great looking dude, but still, it's like, well, it makes him swim better that he doesn't have a sweater on, but he's still got jeans on. I don't just go full out. Why isn't he just naked? Like, right? I don't get it. But here's what I'm saying. So honestly, if you can please hear me out before you get in the comments, and I should have said that up front or whatever, and I'm honestly just having fun here. I have nothing against most people of the world, whatever sort of situations that you are in. I really have nothing against it. And I don't really like hatred. I don't like, the mistreatment of people from specific social groups at all. And so definitely that is not the intentions of this at all. It's not to hate or to say, ew, Aquaman, ew, what's going on there? Oh, that's nasty. Or they're trying to ruin Aquaman or whatever. But it's like, for a long time, Aquaman has been sort of like, sort of seen as like maybe in the closet, all of those sort of generalizations about gay people that come out and, pun very much intended, I'm horrible, I know. They just like, there's a lot of history where Aquaman just doesn't look great. And so it's difficult. That was always the issue and trouble if they were going to do Aquaman and bring Aquaman, who was an original character, I believe, from the original lineup of Justice League. What was I about to just say? What Freudian slip was that about to be? I don't know. It's terrible. I'm horrible now. But he, wasn't, looked at as a great character for a long time. Like, after a while, I think that he definitely had some type of fan base that he was able to get into the Justice League in the first place when DC eventually, let's be honest, eventually, when he was in the Justice League in the beginning, he had, some shows or whatever back in the 60s, I want to say. He was a good character for some people. He had his fans. I think he's still, even more now he has fans, but I mean, he was a joke for a while, for a long time, and being able to have an Aquaman movie seemed like a joke and impossible almost. So the idea that they actually eventually made an Aquaman movie and they had an Aquaman, like, I get sort of what they're attempting to do. I think that Zack Snyder's just going way too far to not fit into that jokery, which say, questioning Aquaman's like madness or heterosexuality or heteronormativity, all that stuff. Like, he's definitely striving to get away from all of that. But in striving to get away from all of that, it really feels like he's just coming right back to it. Like, he's trying so hard and making him such like a toxic, almost toxic masculinity, like masculine, not toxic masculinity, but toxic. I can't. Aquaman more like a gay man. I mean, it's so much like sort of like trying to make him look badass or trying to make him look tough or hot and everything, that I really feel like he kind of fits into, like, if you look at him from a queer theory standpoint, he kind of fits into that. And like, I mean, honestly, he could have potentially a homosexual audience, obviously, because he's very attractive. It's Jason Momoa. And it's not like all homosexuals are only attracted to homosexual men. There's lots of them that are attracted to straight men. And so, like, this is like, there's sort of like a weird questions about all of this that is at the heart of like manlyhood or manliness, when like straightness versus gayness and stuff like that. It's like there's so many questions I feel with just Aquaman in this movie. Not that there are other questions, but like there's so much, like he has to throw the beer down, he has to like just guzzle it, like he has to get super drunk and he has to just or whatever. And it's like a lot of that is just like trying so hard to be something that you don't really have to be. Like I don't know, downing a beer is like, what is the point of downing a beer other than being stupid, like having a stupid moment? Like, what is the point of it? It's like, I mean, it might get you, inebriated quicker or whatever, but it's not really gonna, like, you can still have the same effects if you drink it a little slower than that and actually enjoy the beer a little bit more. Like, what, and that's the thing. It's like, if you sip the beer and taste it, like, wouldn't that be sort of indicative of being a man? Like, you're actually enjoying the beer rather than like, chug, 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 chug. Like, it's like, there's something sort of ironic about that. Like, the whole chugging, like, is like, it's just a stupid like idea of like, the more you can get inside of your body, the more you consume, shows how much power you really have. But it's like it feels like you're doing that because you don't want to taste beer and taste the beer, but you also want to get drunk. And so like that's like the truth that's happening. It's like, you don't like to taste the beer, you're scared of the beer, so you have to down it as much as possible. Just like you take a shot or whatever. It's like, tough, It's like if you were to sort of sip like enjoy a shot rather than like that, like it would sort of show that you're like more powerful, like, and you're more able to like take the strength or the potency of alcohol. And like this doesn't, like, no matter how much you flex or whatever, that doesn't really reveal how strong like you are, because it's not about the flexing. It's like literally about like how, like, and it's not just like lifting up the heaviest weight possible. It's about how you actually lift up the heaviest weight possible. It's the form. It's the how long you can hold it. It's that endurance. It's sort of like it doesn't matter how big you are. If you can't take a punch, and it doesn't matter how many punches you can give out, how strong your biceps are, but if you get one punch and you get a knockout, you look like the weakest thing ever. Like, it doesn't matter really how big your bicep is. And my biceps are so big. Look at that. Oh my gosh. I totally get knocked out. But I don't know. It doesn't matter. I think like that's the problem. I think that's the problem with toxic masculinity at the end of the day. And first things first, like if you hear the term toxic water, what's your inclinations? What's your thinking? Like when you hear the term toxic water, are you going to be like, oh, let me try that? It's toxic water, right? No, don't drink it. It's toxic water. Are you attacking water? What's wrong with water? What is wrong with you? What is wrong with water? You have a problem with water? What? You think the water's all toxic? Is that what you're saying? Like, that's the stupidity of people who hear the phrase toxic masculinity. That's the logical, like, sort of, I don't know, rebuttal or whatever, or talking point against it is this is just an attack on masculinity. No, it's an attack on certain types of masculinity. It's not a literal attack on just the entirety of masculinity. It's talking specifically about aspects of masculinity that are toxic. Just like if you talked about toxic water, it's talking about specific types of water that are toxic, that you shouldn't drink. You will die, or possibly die. You will have to go, or either go to the hospital or whatever, and you could have long-lasting injuries even after you survive the hospital. So it's better to be safe and not be involved in toxic masculinity and toxic water, blah, blah, blah. And so, like, the point is escaping me now. Crap. The toxic is so toxic. It's too toxic. Oh no, no, because now I have to pad out the video to figure out how to circle back. Or just, I don't have to circle back. I can do whatever I want, man. I'm a man. Suck it up, dudes. Suck it up, betas. Betas. You guppies. You fish. People. Aquamans. I'm horrible, I know. But yeah, he's like, it's trying so hard to be a man is not really being a man. It's like you're trying to be a robot. You're trying to be what you aren't. And being a man is about being sort of who you are. At the end of the day, I feel like that's the truth. Is like masculinity isn't something that you need to accomplish. It's something that you already are. Femininity isn't something that you need to accomplish. It's something that you should already be. Like, it's something that you should already have. And it should be okay, like acceptable to be feminine, to have effeminate features about yourself. No matter what you supposedly are born as or whatever, at the end of the day, it's toxic to treat people who are being themselves like terribly, like it's terrible to treat people who are trying to be themselves. And I think that's kind of what the movie's trying to present with Aquaman, is he's not really being his true self. At the same time, it's trying to make him into this badass that he doesn't really need to be. He's trying too hard to, like, you know, figure out his role of being a fish man. Like, being a man, but also being a fish. But a fish man, they're not really fish like people, right? They are able to breathe under, they're like men who are able to breathe underwater ultimately, but then they do have superpowers underwater. He has superpowers even outside of water, right? Like, he's just kind of able to fly a little bit, or fall style ultimately, but, and just land with, you know, land like Orlando Bloom in, you know those, that series of movies, you know, with the jewelries. You know what I'm talking about, the jewelries and, you know, the serves. I'm horrible, I know, and is there anything else I need to say with this one? I think that's it. So hopefully you liked this and you're not offended. If you are, then good. Also, I'm happy. I'm happy to offend. I'm happy to get hate. I'm happy that people are having feelings about me, honestly. Let's be honest. I love when all of the people have the feelings. So please subscribe so that more people can have all of the feelings about me. And I can get my name out there. And again, I can be a billionaire. In, like, some facets. I don't really need to, like, have billions. Because, like, you know, check my cyborg video and you'll, you know, find out more. Maybe. Possibly. I don't know. This is a little tidbit of mystery sprinkled on top of my head. Like dandruff. Gotta get rid of dandruff for the next video.